I'm not where I want to be, but I'm in what was once a dream. So if I do some quick math, the future equals a dream come true. Since 1992, In All Honesty, a podcast by OLAVEORAWO.
Welcome to another episode of the In All Honesty podcast. My fabulous name is OLAVEORAWO, and today in studio with me is support system of the podcast. I'm to represent millennials poa.
Guys, tulifaa kufanya aje?
I have Agie. Hi guys.
You know now you'll be attending weddings.
Oh
my
god. Bado mnaolewa.
I expect to imba hizo songs na tulilate.
Na mfanye weddings.
I mean we still can dance hata kama migongo zimeenda.
Na mnaweza piga
yangu bado. Yangu iko. Haijakata. The Luya in me. Natural ancestors are still working.
Thank you very, very much for being here. So for people who, I think some faces are familiar, some people have been on the podcast, some have never. But basically, this is my support system. Munaona episode every week na hamjui nani ana maintain sanity yangu. Is this group here. So today it will take a different type of format. But first tuanze tu na introductions. How you'd like to be known. Kama uko na biashara, weka plug sasa.
Soko.
I can start with people who've been on. It's easier.
Oh, okay, sawa. Hi guys, it's your resident host.
Huyu amesema.
Morioki Kiai or Climax with Shiro. I have a sex podcast. I'm a sex coach. It's called Climax with Shiro. You can find it on Spotify, on YouTube. Yes, and Google Podcast. Now it's on YouTube. And I also have a social enterprise startup called Kyoto, where I provide maternal health care to moms. And last week we had a very amazing kickoff of our first initiative to moms in underprivileged communities. So kama mnaweza ni sponsor, ndio hiyo funding.
Anaitisha funding.
Hapo kwa pesa. Sana underline. Keyword.
Na mwende msikize podcast yangu. Yes, that's me. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Anytime.
Watu wako na introduction. So hi guys, my name is Brano Ciru. I'm a Mama Liam. I mean, hiyo pia inaweza kuwa title, si ndio? Hiyo pia inaweza kuwa title, si ndio?
Sijasema.
Okay, sijakuwa mama, but mimi ni Mama Liam. Yeah, I think that's it. What else? I have a biannual podcast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That one we record when we want.
Okay.
Annual. Did you have an episode last year?
Kwani ni
August, my guy. Bwana tuko August. It is that week. Niliwaambia. Tuko karibu kurecord.
Tunafaa kuwa na episode
this
week.
So yeah. What else? Hakuna bro. Yeah, and I'm a friend to Olive. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Brano. Brano is one of the biggest journalists I know. One of the most talented journalists. Mbona haujipigi?
Jamani.
Asante. Aki asante. Sisi kama
all round journalist. Anaweza andika, anaweza shoot content, anaweza edit, everything.
Amen. Mkipiga debe hivyo tukatai bwana. Tunashukuru. Yeah, mlete kazi. Yeah, that's it. Thanks.
Thank you for coming, Brano.
Yeah.
Vivi.
Mine will be simple and short. My name is Vivian Jerry. Olive and all these amazing, beautiful ladies are my friends.
Yes.
And thank you for requesting me to come. It's a privilege to come and do the podcast with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Vivi. Vivi is one of the biggest business people I know. But
biashara hapo kwa
Is a
pesa.
wewe. She is Anjeri Wanjeri.
Original.
Tulitaka kuconsult wale wanaitwa nani? Top those women who've advanced in life. Those
Top
ones.
40.
Wale
Kitaka
wenye
advice.
make it- movers and shakers.
Ndio hiyo sasa.
Hapa ndio makao.
Amen.
30 under 30 top 40.
Women.
Forbes list.
Ukitoka ukifili kama you are too scared to take risks unaita Vivian kando unamuuliza. Anakwambia mambo madogo haya.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Vivi.
Thank you.
Habari zenu nyinyi? Mimi naitwa Agie.
Millennial kabisa.
Yeah, resident co-host. I'm an AR. I'm also an entertainment journalist, meme supplier. I mean, yeah, hizo vitu zote na hizo vitu zinabamba. Yeah, and I'm happy to be here.
Za WhatsApp.
Bado sijajua kutumia stickers za WhatsApp.
Talk to me
Nikishaiva stickers.
Okay, ni Brano.
Talk to me nicely. I'll give you what you want and what you need.
Tutakujia tutorial.
Hizo. Talk to me nicely. I'll supply. I got them. I got you.
Thank you so much, Agie, for coming. And I guess we'll get to the episode.
Yeah.
This one will take a different format. I have some questions. So I told you basically we're just going to catch up on life, pulse check, tuone vile tuko, because life moves on a lot. And sometimes we forget to just catch up.
Sure.
So I have questions that I wrote. It will go around. You pick a question and ask. Tutaanzia wapi huko kwa Agie?
Tunaweza anzia kwa Agie alafu tukuje.
Ikuje hivi round.
So you'll pick a question and then you'll choose the first person to answer it. And then we'll go like that until everyone has answered.
Okay.
But they are basically general life questions.
Okay.
They
Na
might
hapo
be
nipate
heavy,
hapa
but-
unaniuliza my net worth.
Si ndio?
What is your net worth?
Hauna 2.4.
Sema na kifua.
Unaweza sema hata 10
Pesa kidogo inakusutua.
Bado ni worth.
Okay, this first question is, what is on your mind today? How are you feeling?
Oh, that's a good question to start.
Yep.
I think I'll direct that to Olive.
What's on my mind today?
Yeah.
This episode, because it was, first of all, it's the first time I even have a conglomeration of friends.
Umeamua leo. But that's nice.
Leo ni ile siku.
Tunatumia kizungu ya
Leo
kasi kwa
mtajua.
mabure.
Amekuwa mtalapaji.
He's running for office.
He might.
Amesha
He
launch
said he
political
will.
career yake
Yeah.
hivyo.
Hivyo tu.
Hivyo.
Haraka faster. So I was thinking about this podcast episode and how am I feeling? In life generally, I'm in a state of confusion. I'm feeling like but I feel like I've felt like this all through. I usually don't know what I'm going to do next. But ungeniuliza hata last year, it would have been the same feeling. You don't know what's coming next. You don't know what to touch. And for us polymaths, probably we've discussed it in a previous episode, you're so good at many things.
Yeah.
You don't know what to put your concentration on, what to leave. So that's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
And how I'm feeling today, really good. Like, this is the best, my favorite community. I'm happy. Today, I am really happy. I really am. Yeah.
Okay, it's an moment.
We love you.
Brano.
Oh.
No, you answer
You
the
answer
same.
the same question.
The same question.
And then you pick someone else.
How do I feel today? It's a series of emotions. One, I'm sad. Lost my grandmother just recently. The mother to my mother, that is. Then at the same time, the day she passed was the birthday of the person that I called sister for 26 years, but she passed on earlier this year. So if I would less, I'd say sad. Sad, but also grateful to God that I get to be here. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Brano. And you'll be well.
Yeah.
Pole
We will
sana.
be. We will be.
Tuchagulie mtu wa kuanza next.
Yes, Vivian. Yes.
Same question.
Yeah.
How am I feeling today? I'm living the moment. Niko kwa BBC News.
Relax.
CNN.
Larry ako
Larry
hapo.
Majawa. Larry Majawa, CNN.
Why are you gay?
Right.
Pepe Julian Onzima.
Am I gay?
Who is good?
Gay.
Acha nimesahau swali. Question
How
ilikuwa?
are you?
The question is, what is on your mind today? How are you feeling?
I'll start with how I'm feeling. So how I'm feeling is I'm living at the moment because I was looking forward to this day so that you can sit together, catch up. Because I always feel nice and even being present just to hear like how your life is, like complaining the situations that are there, then you try and resolve them. So yeah, I'm excited for today. And I just can't wait to have a good time. And the other thing that's important to me, even mentioned to Olive, like I feel like this is a good friendship, and I'll never want to lose this friendship and being close and just putting. I think with this session, like we can learn to put the effort of being there for each other, no matter if we have different paths. We just try and create time, and be there for because the older you get, the less friends you have, and it's hard to tolerate even new people. Ama mashida kuja niambe mashida zako, and the same time I'm also suffering with my own problems, but at least when you come and talk about it and you feel like your weight imetoka, as much as maybe mimi nimekuburden na your weight. So I'm happy that today we get to catch up and just be there for each other. So yeah,
It's nice.
establish.
By the way, my king, it's only how was allowed to call me that. What's on my mind today? I'll say this friendship that we have. As Vivi said, as we grow older, we don't make that much or many friends, and our friend groups keep shrinking. And one thing I love about us is that kwenye tumetoka tumemanage like to keep it tight, even with the ups and downs that we have still managed to keep it tight. And also thinking just about life. That's the other thing that has been on my mind constantly this week. Yes, just the thought of we're growing older. Like, do you have your finances set? Do you have your love life set? Where?
The pressure.
Love life.
Increase or decrease?
Yeah. Yes, how I'm feeling. I have mixed emotions. I don't even know. Like, I'm feeling for different situations in life right now. It's a whole mix of emotions to the point that you get confused. You don't know. But at this exact moment, I'm just grateful for what we have right now as friends, and just coming here and talking about life together. You don't have this a lot, by the way. It doesn't happen a lot out there. Yeah.
That's nice.
Asante. I feel like that was a good question to start.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Vivi. So,
Munanguka.
ni lip gloss.
What do you think your 30s would look like, and how do you feel being 30 now? I'm supposed to answer, then I pick someone.
You pick someone to answer first.
Wait, did Agie answer the previous one?
No.
Mwenye
she
kuuliza
didn't.
nafaa kuanza.
Did not.
Yeah,
Agie
you still
on
have to
her.
answer.
Sorry.
Yes.
I thought if you ask, you don't.
No, you answer.
I think you
what's-
just repeat the question.
Chichinjio ni kwako.
What is on my mind today? My brain always has music playing. So when Olive walked in, she was singing Usifurai juu ya. That's stuck in my head. But how I'm feeling, I would say it's similar to what Esther said. It's really a mixture of emotions. There's this part of my life that is very grateful for everything, especially even for this friendship.
Yeah.
But there's this fear of the future. What is it going to look like? When we go in different paths, how are things going to unfold? And I remember I once lost a very close friend of mine, and I cried for that friendship for 3 months straight. For 3 months, I would go to bed and cry myself to sleep because I lost this friend. So that mixture of emotions is what is what I can say I'm feeling right now. But all in all, I'm very grateful. There's a conversation we had with Olive on gratitude over the week. Yeah. And I think Olive alifanya tu nikaona there are so many things to be grateful for.
Yeah.
Yeah, which sometimes you don't see because you are busy chasing the next big thing, or you're busy comparing yourself, or you feel like you're not where you wanted to be. Yeah. But all in all, I'm very happy to be here.
Nice. Very nice.
So back to my question to you, Agnes.
Unafungua. Jameni, unafungua.
Endelea.
What did you think your 30s would look like? And how do you feel being 30 now?
Tupumue.
I thought in my 30s I would that thing for you have it all figured out. I thought I used to see when I was young, the people who are older than us, there's that person who looked like they had their life together.
Yep.
So I used to imagine that by the time you just clock 30, everything is in order. You have your love life is in order. Your finances are in order. Your job is in order. Your friendships, all facets of your life. But you come and realize that sometimes there are days you don't even know what you're doing. There are days you think you figured it out, and then you get a rude awakening. Aujui jiji, aujui town. Nothing for mi najua. I know what I'm doing, and then una discover kitu moja uko
utalijua jiji.
Yeah, so I really thought I'd have it figured out. That's what I thought. I thought 30, you're supposed to be an adult. You're not supposed to be suffering from, I don't know, childhood traumas, or you're not supposed to be having money problems.
Yep.
You're not supposed to be having relationship problems because you know how to communicate your feelings. And then you realize that, especially there's something my small sister told me the other day, and it made me really introspect, and I realized, okay, fine. I am too hyper independent. I never asked for help, So there's those things that people will tell you about yourself, and then you'll be like, anyway. Yeah, but si kubaya sana. It's much better than 20s, honestly. Yes.
All right, that's nice.
I choose someone else.
I choose someone. Viv. I choose Viv.
I see you. So what did you think your 30s would look like? I thought I would be swimming in money because my 20s are actually good. Okay, my mid-20s, because that was the peak of my business. In terms of where I worked, it was great. So I had things figured out. So I knew by the time I'm 30, life will be even easy. Yeah, because all those things that you have worked hard for, life will be good. Because now you travel, you do all those things. My relationship was okay. My family was okay. So I didn't have any challenges in my 20s. Now when I reach 30, it's hard. It's hard. First of all, your body changes. Magoti, my God. I was like,
fanya mapiano.
Hatuwezi anguka nayo.
Hatuwezi anguka nayo in peace.
So things started to change. First of all, you get tired. You don't have the energy that you had in your 20s. And then I think a bit of COVID happened, so it affected a bit of my business. And then now you understand, like, adult is a scam. Because now when you're 30s, everyone wants everything. It's fucking expensive. You also have to keep up with your relationship, with your family, with your friendship. So it was a bit hard. And then you want to do everything at the same time. So you don't know because you are afraid. I think in my 30s, anxiety is what has really like killed me, because you're anxious like what will happen next. If today I decide to just leave my job and say just fuck it and know what's next, like you're anxious. Because me, the thing that makes me not to leave is because of my lifestyle. I can't imagine that being able to afford it. Like if I want an expensive hair, I can have an expensive. Because I love such life. Yeah. And then the same time you want to be independent. I don't want any man to give me money or my family. And you're also trying to prove yourself. Especially me, I'm a firstborn, so I have to prove myself that I have it all. And I also so it became it's tough. You cry, you bounce back, you cry, you bounce back, and then slowly you try and appreciate the things that you have, even if it's hard. And I won't say that I have figured it out. I'm still trying to figure it out. Yeah, and it's hard. But you still live as it is. And if you have friends like this and you can be able to talk about it, then somehow you manage.
Yeah.
So
it's nice.
Establish.
Once again. Now you.
So Ebu, ask the question again.
What did you think your 30s would look like, and how do you feel being 30 now?
Hey, how my 30s would look like. I will sit in class in Form 4 and just think how I'll be done with school. Tumemaliza shule KCSE, now you've gone to uni. And I know you're thinking of how you'll be living in this beautiful one-bedroom house, taking assorted teas when you're not with your blanket. By that time, I'm like, probably married at some point. I'm with kids. Hey, let me tell you. And then I thought my finances will be perfect. Me, I knew nitakuwa a very established criminal lawyer. Na niko na magari zangu, nimejenga nyumba yangu. You know, the funny thing is, when you look at 30, when you're that young, you think it's very far.
Yeah.
But if you look at that time now in your 30s, you're like, kumbe ilikuwa tu juzi. And you realize as you grow older, you don't have that much time. Now, my 30s, I got married in my 20s for ground. First of all, I did not manage to finish that law degree. I got married, I got a child. And by the time I'm 30, I hit 30 when I've separated with my ex-husband. And now I can say my 30s right now, I'm living life.
Yeah.
I might not have that much money. I might not have the job that I envisioned. But there, when back in school, you're thinking, I want to do this, life will take a turn and you'll find yourself in greater opportunities and spaces you never thought that you would be. Like right now, I'm in a health space. Who would have thought that I'll get into healthcare, you know?
Yeah.
So as you grow older, in your 30s, you get to realize some of these things and appreciate and take the way life comes. It's not easy. Hatuna pesa hivyo venye tukwa tunafikiria. Hatuendeshi magari kubwa kubwa venye kwa tunafikiria. Hatuna land venye tulikuwa tunafikiria, mashamba land here, sijui nini. We are taking a day as it comes. But another thing I'm really grateful for in my 30s is I've come to, how will I say this? I've gotten to know myself and who I was. I've remembered who I was.
Yeah.
Because when I was younger, I was this vocal girl. The Esther you see right now is who I was when I was a kid. But in my 20s, I forgot myself in the midst of that relationship and life happening.
Yeah.
So right now, I've gotten to remember who I was. In terms of love life, where?
Sips water.
Literally.
The other time we had Ivy with Viveka, some two ladies who were here recording. We were recording on contraceptives.
Yeah.
We were talking after that. I mean, later on, Ivy asked me, how is it in your 30s right now? Unapata pressure ya kuolewa? Nikamwambia, well, pressure haitakosa, lakini mapenzi in 30s, there's that cap pressure, it's unspoken.
Yeah.
But you're looking at my time as a woman. Unajua we have a clock on our health. Tumepewa. So you're thinking of all those things. But I told her at the end of the day, you come to enjoy your own space and you yourself. You get to love yourself, that you don't need someone else to compliment you or to complete you or compliment you. So at the end of the day, you just accept and you just move with it. Yeah, so that's how my 30s are. They're better than my 20s. Nice. So it gets better.
Amen.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Who's next? Olive, because you're here right next to me.
Mic check.
Well, what was the question again? What did you
think your 30s would look like?
What did I think my 30s would look like? I don't think I ever thought. I don't envision timelines in my head. It's very difficult. Like me nitafikiria tu nataka kununua nyumba. When is not a factor for me. Najua tu nitanunua nyumba. So I can't remember thinking 30 specifically. Yeah. But of course, as a younger person, I had the dream to move to my own house. That was one thing. Move to my own house, live by myself. You know me, I've served people all my life as a younger person. So I just wanted for once, nikirudi kwangu ni chakula ntafute tu yangu peke yangu. That is just you. But a whiskey, yes, please. Yeah, you just get home. Like I was thinking of a life where I'm just independent. I was just thinking, mimi sikuwa na pressure. Honestly, I've never pictured marriage. I've never pictured kids. Hiyo ilikuwa tu pressure ukiulizwa unasema, I was thinking. But honestly, right now looking back, it never occurred to me. I never thought.
Yeah.
Ata paka sahi, I've still not even pictured a wedding, a white dress. It doesn't, for me, it's never happened. Now in my 30s, those dreams that didn't have timelines, some of them are achieved. And I think in my 30s, what I feel I've achieved the most is gratitude. I have such a spirit of gratitude right now that I didn't used to have.
Sure.
In my 20s, I felt like what Vivi was saying, you're chasing the next thing. Ata una time ya kuangalia, but you got the job you wanted. But you got the nini you wanted. But right now, I can sit and just say, I'm grateful. Kitu imeni, whatever. Something that has thrown me off in my 30s completely is my body changing. Is my body changing? I've always felt very confident. And if there's one thing I say I thank my parents for the most, is our genes. As we don't fall sick, we don't have complications, we don't have CG conditions passed down in our family. We have a full head of hair. I'm long-sighted. Like we have superior genes in our family. I'm athletic by nature. I don't have to do much.
What?
My body is toned. I don't have to work out.
When I grow up.
I don't have PMS.
God's favorite child.
How does it feel?
How do you cry?
Lovely. So being in my 30s and seeing things like PMS starting to cramp lightly, starting to get me, I'm just like, ati kwani ni mimi, ati I have to kumeza dawa, ati sasa na meza dawa juu ya kitu. Earlier on it was just, if I have a headache or something, I drink water, I sleep, itaenda. If I feel a cold coming on, I can take warm water and imagine itapotea. But right now I'm feeling like literally my body is letting me down. I'm so scared about it. I'm so scared about it. I've always been fit, and now thinking that if I walk up the stairs, I pant. Me imagine that is one thing I never pictured, and that's the most scary thing for me right now. My body changing and not being able to hold me like it used to. I used to abuse my body. I had such high tolerance for cold. Right now, nikisikia tu ka upepo nimebewa jacket.
Mama ovyo.
Kichwa.
Yeah. But mimi gratitude through and through. I feel like friendships like this I would have never even managed in my 20s.
Yeah.
I've learned so much, how to regulate my emotions, how to even to people pleasing. I'm a healed people pleaser. Me, I've come a long way internally. My 30s is the best, and I keep saying age has always come with more money. It's not a lot of money, but this is the most money I've ever had in my life. So I'm excited about growing older. Yeah. So for me, ni hivyo too.
Okay. More money. You keep telling me that every other time, that if you think of your 20s and right now you actually have more money, and that means growing older means more money.
Alafu how you don't even get pressured into bad relationships.
It's on your own terms.
Kama how much
Imagine after how long was your last relationship? Unasema tu one day. Confidence. Bila kublink.
Because wacha nikwambie, you can't be there in your 30s. You have suffered in your 20s, and now you get into your 30s na
bado umebeba hiyo attitude.
We know our standards.
Mwana umejanunua hata harimisa pake.
We are sorry.
Pole.
Pale unaenda ona kidogo kwa boxa pale juu,
And his ashy ass crack. Get out.
toka nje.
Unajua Mungu anawaona. How I pictured it is more of close to what Esther was saying, in terms of you think of marriage, rana umefika mahali to, I'm married, I'm home with a husband, kids. Because me in my head I was thinking 3 or so in terms of kids, given
By
that
the time you're 30. Hey, my
I mean I'm an only child to my mother.
That makes sense.
Unaelewa? Unajua, my mom was not the typical woman of olewa upate mtoto, It was just me picturing how this looks like. This is how it's supposed to look like. Then reality hits you get pregnant at 24, you campus life, you see. Then things change. Now you have to deal with life the way it comes to you. It's no longer what you want, is what is here. So ni uamke, figure out how you're going to eat, how you're going to make money, all those things. I think in my 20s is where I made most friendships, but also lost most friendships. So there's a point, it got to a place where I was just standing, one man. So you and your mother. Your favorite person is your mother. Your favorite go-to person is your mother. That was the kind of life I was living. But in my 30s, I'd say things change. There's more opening. I would say this is the time, the way you said, this is where I've made the most money. This is the time you feel like my headspace is not circling of what am I going to do, what am I supposed to do, how do I figure it out. It's not really there. It's more of, thank you God, from where I've come, man, mimi ni tajiri. It's looking at that makes me appreciate life, makes me appreciate the people I have, the circles I've created after I was on my own. And then appreciating the fact that you no longer live in your head. You're living in the moment, in the space that you're in. It's no longer about what I should have had. It's about what is here and what maybe something else would look like at the front. Yeah, appreciating life at that point.
Yeah.
Then the body changes. Growing up, I've been tiny because I know we've been fighting with my grandmother from Kitambo. The days should be like, nakulisha kwa hii boma, nini mbana hii mwili. So in my 30s is when I've seen my body grow. Even when I had my child, I didn't grow per se.
Yeah.
30 tulingia last year. Hi. Even today, I can't even buy t-shirts. I still buy the small size.
Oh,
Then you find yourself, you're like, hainitoshi anymore. I'm not that body anymore. So it's a bit of a struggle getting out of that mindset and realizing that, bro, it's no longer about 68 kwenda chini. It's now 75 kupanda. And I'm the laziest when it comes to trying to be physical.
Yeah.
Because when I was a child, I was the most physical person. To the extent that there's a time I got stuck on a tree as a child.
What?
I promise you. Maybe na nilikuama nilikatalia huko juu. You know those things where you were the most fit, the fittest person. Maybe ndio football, I was there. Kati sisi ndio wale walikuwa tunarukanga una fly huko juu kama ni nini. You know those things, you look back, you're like, man, I miss those days. But again, looking back, we are grateful the far we've come. You get to appreciate the circles you made. There's a post I saw the other day where ilikuwa inasema the older you grow. For me, I'm sorry, mtasikia nikimention my mom a lot because she's more of my friend. The older you grow, you get to realize that you look more like your mother. The empathy, the things, how you behave, it's more of who your mother was or is. Then I realized, well, okay, Eva, I'm sorry, I'm mentioning your mom, lakini everything that happened, I get to say thank you to her a lot because she gave me the opportunity here. You grow on your own. It's not chenye nataka. Figure out life on your own. Yeah.
But it's also really like interesting to see how Brano sounds exactly like her mom. You remember when we met? Exact. I was like, is that Branis or the mom? Anapia wanafanana na wana. Yeah.
Everything. They're like wale twins when wana tabiani the same.
She's a clone of her mom.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, I always tell people if I'm to talk about my mother, I'll be describing a best friend instead of just saying your mother.
So that's really nice.
Because not many people can say that. That's why I get to appreciate life every day. My mother has been my pillar. My mother has been my best friend. To the extent we talk sometimes, she's like, wewe unajuanga mimi ni mama yako. You know those lines, you're like, I'm not your age mate. I mean, you signed up for this, so we move the way it comes. So yeah, I get to thank God for that.
Even when they're together, you can, the way, because we were somewhere and the mom walked in, the way they even say hi to each other. Like this too. We looked at each other.
Isn't it good?
Yeah. And I'd love to have that sort of friendship with my daughter.
Really, it's really nice.
Inshallah.
Yeah. And you ask her, she tells you, I don't know how it happened. Life just happened. So there's never a manual. So semanga, I really appreciate her. Because kuna traumas of life. Yeah, there are traumas, but I can't say I can pin to mom. It's the things you pick from life. Inje. Yeah. It really doesn't have to stem from, you see people say, my mom was this, my mom was this. Me, I say, my mom is my best friend. Alinichapa because nilikuwa mtundu.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
You can read for us.
Oh, ni mimi.
Next question.
Poleni, my guys, poleni. What's the dream fantasy that is relating to business or career success? Esther.
Oh, you've started. You know, it's because last week during my campaign in Mathare, someone, when I was being interviewed, I was asked the same question. And where you spoke something about us polymaths, we are so good at everything we do. and just trying to look for a focus. And Olive can bear witness, I've really struggled to define Kiota. So I'll start with where I am right now. So I was doing a law degree, but I didn't finish, and now I'm doing a business. And I started working from a very young age. Nilitoka tu hivi high school, nikaanza kazi. So I have like more than 12 years of work experience, and they've been in business. Na nikitoka kazi moja, I go to another. So where I am right now, I'm grateful that I'm practicing the law that I wanted to do as a copyright manager.
Yeah.
Where do I see myself? I see myself still in the music business. I'm a jack of all trades. Yeah, so I still see I would like to pursue something in the music industry.
Yeah.
To help upcoming artists, because even as I host and moderate and interview artists, I've noticed that we have a very amazing niche of artists that haven't been discovered yet.
Yeah.
So it's my passion to tap into that. I want to really get into that, and also bring my expertise in copyright. That's one.
Yeah.
Now let's go to Kiota, my baby, my love child.
Yeah.
It came from a point where I struggled, and I like the previous question, because if you look at where I was in my 20s, I never thought, as in it's just things keep manifesting and things keep growing and opportunities keep coming. Back then when I was holding my baby, I will never, if you had asked me, I will never have thought that I will get into this healthcare space.
Yeah.
I see myself with staki kumwaga mtama, but there's something that I'm planning to build for Kiota, so that moms can have access. I basically want to make maternal care accessible for moms in technology, as in it will be really accessible to them, so that they can get the support and the care that they need. That's part of Kiota. The other part of Kiota is unprivileged communities who do not have access to maternal care. There are moms there who have never had an ultrasound in their life. So I want to provide that for them. I see Kiota with small clinics in these areas. I see Kiota growing Pan-African to support these moms. I see Kiota being bigger,
Nice.
and better. My dream is to become one of those spoken names who can be said, Morioki Kiai Esther has been able to support this number of moms. I want to stand tall and say that I have been recognized by the W Health Organization for impacting moms, but my happiness will be impacting millions and millions of moms.
Yeah.
That is where I see my career.
Nice.
Yes, self-employed, not employed.
Okay.
Please.
Unakata capitalism. Capitalism, you're running away.
Yes, that was a beautiful question.
Nice.
May it all come to you.
Amen. Yeah. Oh,
Your
next
topic
person.
next.
Agie.
Me, my fantasy involves having money. I don't want to struggle in terms of money.
Yeah.
There's a day we were having this conversation at Olive's place where I was telling them if this was the amount of money I was making per month, this is what I'd invest, this is what I'd...
I remember that.
I broke it down.
I
I broke it down so well. But I also want to go back and get to a place where there's financial security that I can continue with the projects my father left. So I'd lost my dad to cancer in 2017. There were some things he was doing that came to a stall because of now him not being there. He was the visionary behind it. I would like to go back and do those projects for him. I would also still love to remain in the entertainment industry. I love artists. I love working with them. And there's someone who was telling me the other day, you're an ender, can you tell me how many new artists you've discovered? And I told him that you need money. You can't just be saying I discovered. Okay, fine. I discovered your music is dope.
And then
I streamed your music.
Then
But if you are that person who creates a hub where artists can, I don't want to say in terms of like saidia maskini kind of thing, but it's in terms of empowerment. That's why I look up to guys like Don Jazzy.
Yeah.
He took these stars and put them on a global stage.
Imagine.
These Ira stars and Remas, I don't think, okay, they are grateful to him, but they will not now still be needing Don Jazzy. He gave them wings to fly. So I would like to have that kind of impact in the sense that I'm not just helping you come up. I'm giving you wings to fly to where you want to go, to where you can have creative control, where you can have control over your music career as an artist.
Yeah.
So I would really love to touch artists, and I feel sometimes the Kenyan music industry is really overlooked. We have a lot of artists. We have people who are very I love how experimental our artists are. We can go from Mangukanayo to Amapiano to, there are other countries. You remember that day Olavi said Nigerians mix Afrobeat with Afrobeat. Kenyans mix reggae with country music, with Mugini, with everything. And they produce this really beautiful music. So I would really love to be part of the people who built that culture and put it on a global stage.
Yeah.
So that you stop asking foreigners, which Kenyans do you listen to? Then you tell me Sauti Sol. I usually catch. By the and we have so many dope artists who are just... Even the other day I was hanging out with a certain artist and he said, shida ya wasanii ni pesa. People don't have money to even go. Iyo 10K ya kulipa producer. Awana. That's very sad. So, yeah, my goal is to be financially stable and also just come and touch lives. And also for my own personal self, I really hope to get to a place where I'm emotionally at my best, where I've learned how to regulate my emotions in the best way. Something like that self-development where you're always striving to be a better person in the community. Yes, life will throw its curveballs, but you're well regulated and not that you're trauma proof or whatever, but you're able to handle them better. Like as life throws you things, you're able to, because you've seen those people who get to the top and then something small happens and they spiral back down. Yeah. So that's, and of course to just keep my mom and my siblings happy. I love family so much. I want to take them on those trips. I know my mom likes to travel. I just want to tell her, hey mom, taka kwenda wapi? And I just, take her out there and make sure that she's comfortable and happy.
Yeah. Nice. Next week.
Welcome to you.
Man.
So I first support the point Agnes had said about finances, that you don't have to think about finances. So that's my fantasy. And then in terms of business, I think there are two things. I have Airbnbs and I love hosting. Because I've made friendship out of it, and then there are some places that you travel because through those friendship you are able to get also like free accommodation or just something because you have built that relationship. So one thing I'll want for my business is to have like unique places where you can be able to host people and then give them an experience. So I will definitely love to do that out of town. And then have I'm also passionate about farming, so also do a bit of farming. Yani ni Kikuyu kabisa. So businesses and farming. The second thing that I will want to do in terms of business, which has always been my fantasy for the longest time, I like giving back to the community. So my ideal thinking was, if I can have like a place, let's say like Nairobi, because it has the most street kids. So you open a place where they can come and get free food, free education, they can shower, and then you don't have to force them to study or even to stay. Yeah, but they know there is a place where they can access, and then they do like basic like job training. So if it's an artist, then they know how to do the art job. You look for them like businesses where they can be able to buy, and they have their own account, and then they can make money out of it. So if it's like carpentry, anything that they can be able to do. If it's uniform, we make our own uniforms and then supply. So that's my biggest fantasy, as I will want to give them that opportunity, because I know most kids, it's not because that they want to be there. It's either walitoroka home ama they don't have parents, so they find themselves in that position. So if you can be able to give them that chance, I also feel that you can make the community a better place. So that's something that I've been thinking about, but I know, just being hopeful, that I hope that one day I can be able to help, if it's not a big group, even a bunch of kids, so that they can make a change. So those are my fantasies.
That's nice.
Beauty.
Amen.
Choose the next person.
It's hard to pick. Bado Olive na mimi.
You can pick.
Wants to go.
You pick. Chagua. What's the dream? When it's hard. Money, of course. Making more money, being in a place where you really don't struggle, especially for my child and my mother. Where mama akisema, nimekaa hivi, sawa, nimesikia mama. You know, such things. The automation of life because you have the money. Such things. And then just being at a good place in my career where nikiangalia nyuma, I'm like, you know what, I dreamt for this and it has come to pass. Because initially I never knew I would be in the music scene. Growing up, the dream was to be a nurse initially. Then got to class 6.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
That's when you know dawa zote unajua.
No wonder.
Brano Ciru tuna anywhere.
True.
Yeah, she looks.
The dream initially was to be a nurse. It changed when I got to class 6. Unajua kuna time unaona Kanzedena on air, you're like, Mom, I can do that.
I want.
Nugget.
Yeah.
Then it changed. I really wanted to be a media person. The dream was to just go to school, go do media, be on TV, wake up in the morning, good morning, my name is Brano Ciru. You know, those moments of kila mtu anakuona, the moment of pride, just wanting to be seen.
Yeah.
Then when it took a different path, I think I get to appreciate where I am now. Because looking back, I don't think I'd be appreciative of being on air in terms of visual TV. Because where I stand, I think I like entertainment as it is. Because when you listen to music in the different facets, for me, I've listened to Swahili music, bongo, tarab, you know,
bongo to
all
the
that
world.
To the world, all that type of music. So you look back, you're like, you know what, the writing of these people is just genius. Because you know, unasema word kina watu wanakuangalia zile za bro. Ulijulia wapi hiyo? You know those things. It's a moment, it's a moment of pride. You're like, you know, that's what interests me. If someone can get spooked by just a word, that is something that would interest me most. So having the ability to be able to just listen to music, understand it, interpret it, and love it to this level, just as you say, be able to sell our music, the African music, to the bigger audience. As much as people complain that Swahili music haitaenda popote, having people
shame on them.
understand
Now wanasikia
the music.
kupede kale. What is that
Exactly.
Congolese music?
The French music
They're
people
listening
listen
to pidgin.
Even Afrobeat.
Surely.
getting people to appreciate just African music, I'm not saying to East African music as it is, because I also listen to Uganda music and they sing in Luganda. You see, that kind of just understanding the music scene, writing about them, telling those stories, just being in that space and making money out of it. Correct. Yeah, that is it. Then farming, as you said. Because, hey man, ukulima inadu. Hiyo tusidanganyane.
I know.
Farming has good money, and if we get to a place and you have made enough money to put it into farming, that means you're contributing to people feeding.
Yes. It's amazing.
What else can you be dreaming about? That would be it for me. Yeah.
And then farming is so divine.
Yeah.
It's because you're
very
feeding the
divine.
nation,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
You're like the
Yani wewe tu unambia
Backbone.
mshika. Yeah, feed your life, jilishe nini. As much as I always like it because I've seen my father do that. We are not too close, but the passion that man has towards farming is something you're like, okay, I would want to jump onto that. I want to eat hii pesa ya shamba hii nda kusikia utamu wake. So yeah, that's the dream.
Farming is so amazing. I also wanted to get into farming this year, but because of circumstances, I couldn't do that. So I'm planning, because as we grow older, we make more money. I buy my own land to do farming.
Yeah.
Yani ni kwetu na shamba
Amen.
mahali nasema, kini shamba yangu na ninafanya farming.
Yep. Especially me, I'm looking at wheat. Especially wheat farming. Things around. Unakumbukanga combine harvesters. Greens inapita. Eldoret has been instrumental in those things. Yep.
Yeah. And in LD, siku wheat has been vunwad.
Utajua.
The air is just
money. Besha.
Na hizo lori pia unaziona. Lord.
Tractor town.
God.
It's beautiful.
It's really nice.
We have all go back to si tumeenda. Kwa utaenda.
Wapi?
Eldoret.
I've never gone to Eldoret.
We should
All go.
Yeah.
to Eldoret.
We should.
all go. It's
We should.
beautiful.
We'll organize.
We will love it.
It's a nice place. Olive ni wewe.
Career success.
What is the dream, fantasy in terms of relating to business or career success?
Yeah. In terms of farming, me, I'm baby girl. I don't get my hands dirty.
Me at a house plant yezi surviving. Sina nyota.
But nilisema
Unaweza fanya ya wanyama. Unaweza fanya ya wanyama.
Kufuga kuku.
Unaweza fanya ya wanyama.
wanyama kuku peke yake. 'Cause they are low
Okay,
maintenance.
Kuku, the turkeys and the ducks.
Wanaanza kuwa high. Kuku, you feel the kaugali you
Na
open for them,
ukinichokesha
they
na
can eat
kukula.
grass.
Ukinichokesha na kukula pia.
Kuku is low maintenance. And I've always liked how chicken looks on the compound.
Yeah, they beautify the compound.
Yeah, chicken looks nice kwa compound.
Yeah.
But if you are struggling, I said, because I like plants and farming and all that, but I can't do it. But I'm really happy to get people to do those things for me.
Yeah.
There's this guy his name was Ajimo. When we were kids, anything he touched would flourish. So Ajimo akikuguzia flower bed. Is flowers blossom so I'd like I've really thought about it, and I'm like, I hope I come across someone who's been blessed with those hands to do my garden.
And then now you empower them also.
Yes, to do my gardens. In terms of a career success, I'm so confused. Again, mi sinaga tu.
Ndio njia.
Yeah, I really admire when I hear all of you talking and you have something in your head. Me, sijui, every time I've gotten a new job or a new gig, it's been something I've never done before, and I excel at it. But I think the consistent one has been writing.
Yeah.
Writing comes easy to me. I love it. It impacts people. People enjoy it. Whatever I do on TikTok, on Instagram, all that is just parts of me writing something that's in my head.
Yeah.
I don't know how that translates in the future. I just know money. it better be money. And clean money.
Yes, clean.
Because I said, I know I'll be a millionaire, but I don't think I'll ever be a billionaire.
Yeah.
Because I don't see the chances of ever getting to that level of wealth without having exploited
deals.
people.
Yep.
Yeah.
In fact, nimepata dream yangu na nashindanga nikiwaambia.
Umeipata
The
katikati.
day I will delete LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Tuko pamoja hapo dada. I'm delighted. I'm excited. I'm thrilled. Why are you always delighted?
And why are you excited?
Why are you excited about that toxic workplace? Naelewa, babe. But I'm also feeling like if I ever get to a point where my name ikitajwa unajua ni nani ametajwa. I don't need a LinkedIn even for funding.
Yeah.
Muniombe. LinkedIn.
Unafungua TV LinkedIn. Someone started a new job.
Job yenye uli apply. Nadhani uli apply.
Job
Wewe ulipata automated response. Yeah, alipata the job. LinkedIn is the
position yako ndio ana delight nayo.
Nakwambia.
This world is not our home.
I've not even
Maliza bado, hajamaliza.
Sips drink.
Nimeshika tu. Kunywa tu. Wewe ni mlevi.
After you.
Delete your part.
Kata editor. DJ kata hapo. DJ kata.
Mlevi wa mapenzi.
Amesikia sasa umeinsist.
Mlevi wa mapenzi.
Ule pengine.
My dream to make the most money out of the things that are good, like I'm good at. My voice, my writing, my brain, just make really good money. Of course, I don't know how it looks. I don't know how I'd make that money. Najana hata someone offered to be my manager. I was very happy because I've struggled. I struggled with the business side of my creativity. And so I'm hoping I can be able to make money, just good money out of it, and be so good at it, and also be able to train other people. I don't know, because up until now I've not been able to transfer that skill. Like I know there are things I can transfer, there are things I can teach people very easily. My teammates, there are things I've taught them, but hii akili naambiwagwa ficha utarogwa, hiyo sijui vile kuitransfer kwa mtu mwingine. I really hope I find a way. And then in terms of giving back, I'm really happy. I was the last one on this question, and all my friends have said giving back. Because I'd imagine having, maybe that's why we are friends, I'd imagine having someone in your life who's just about, we're going to get money, we don't care about anyone else. So it's really nice that all of us are giving back. For me, this is extremely recent. I've felt the strong urge to work with young girls who've not had children yet, and hopefully delay them having children or them not having children at all. Because I feel like we need to heal as a country or as Africans first before we start churning out children like this, or rather we continue churning out children. So if I could show younger girls what life looks like before you have a child, or what your child's life would look like if you just planned it, if you just waited a little and planned it out, what options you have when you have a child and when you don't have a child, and planned that is like, just be able to show girls that life, see the caliber of man you will have a child with if you wait and have your standards, or see the kind of life you will live if you have a child with such a man. So if I can be able to just, I know mtakuja kusema nafanya depopulation propaganda. That is okay. You cannot talk to me and you're a deadbeat. That is okay. But yeah, just be able to empower girls on planned parenthood. A lot of planned parenthood. And for me, the first initiative is to make sure we are not having any more children, especially teenage moms. we're not having any more no more children having children.
Yep.
Can we just stop at that? Because I feel like all of us are even struggling right now in our 30s to heal.
Yep.
On top of you healing, you're going to add another person to add the trauma cycle.
It needs to stop. Yeah.
I haven't figured it out in my head, but I'd really like to impact as many people as possible to just think about the quality of life you're offering the people who are coming after us. Yeah, but we'll figure it out.
I like what you said about that, because teens having kids. Last week I was telling you I saw teenagers with babies, a 13-year-old who doesn't even have boobs.
Okay.
Has a child, and it wasn't one. That really broke my heart. And the fact that you see a mom struggling and they have how many children, if only someone was there to tell them, you know what,
Si lazima.
just tengeneza maisha yako kwanza, be okay, and then when you're ready you can have this child. And you'll find that most of those women with those kids have deadbeats.
Of course.
And it's really sad. Yeah. But that's beautiful.
Sana.
May it come to pass.
Amen.
Injili ni yako.
Calling me. Let's see.
Ukishacheka hivyo. Nakwambia, hiyo nyameisha peke yake tutaweza.
Tutajibu aje? Okay. So, speaking romance. Yes.
Okay.
Are you dating? 1, 2. What future are you hoping for in love? And I love this question, and I want you guys to answer it with your whole heart. Answer that second part, because it's really deep, and I feel like we really struggled with it as 30-year-olds. Vivi,
I will answer the second question. The first one, if I'm dating, yes.
okay. What future are you hoping for in love? How does your love look like? How do you envision it?
Hey, that's a hard one. Wow. Yeah, because now we have dated for, I think this is our 7th year.
Okay.
Wow.
Future, I think we still remain friends. And, okay, the way how our relationship has been, we don't label each other like babe, I don't know, like we just... and I'm not saying like it's a bad thing, but I just like we don't like you label each other. So for the future, just want us to be friends, not think about the pressure that is there about getting married. Of course, I'll want the introduction to our family side so that they can know each other, because I feel like it's important. So I just want for the future we remain friends, and
Sema hiyo iko kwa moyo. Iseme tu, just speak your heart out.
Oh no.
Marriage, not for marriage, I don't know. Living together is the one thing that I know will be the hardest, because I'm used to live by myself. He's used to live by himself. So I think we're still, even if we have dated for 7 years, we're still learning each other. And then also life changes. We have like now my goals that I have right now, and when we started a relationship, it's different. Yeah. So we also have to embrace each other's goals, keep on encouraging. That's the one thing that I like about my relationship. If I have an idea, he'll keep on pushing and ask if he has an idea, also the same. The other thing that I appreciate is finance, that I can be able to be independent. I know what anasema ati me says I can't, like kama ni, if it's nails, I have to tell my boyfriend to do. No, deserve that baby girl treatment. But I think killer relationship in its own way. Me, I prefer doing it on my own. If he decides to offer, it's fine, but I won't pressure him, knowing him. Also him, he has to be there, like financially ajafika penye yeye angetaka kufika. So, and a lot of traveling and a lot of talking to each other. We have never done counseling because I don't think it has ever reached that point. But I will want that if it reaches that point, we go counseling and we still become friends, even if we part ways, God forbid. So and also putting that relationship is work. It's the same thing as you go to your job. It's the same thing as you put your business effort in. It's the same as friendship. It's work, and you have to be there for that person. And that's a hard question. I'm trying to also think of other things. But I just, and ikifika point yenye it doesn't work, we talk about it as adults, as friends, and we just
solve the issues.
I don't know. It's because at the same time, hata nikisema marriage or living together, obviously I will want to live with the person. I will eventually want to have kids, but hakuna ile pressure that I have to have right now. So watu wanapata watoto wakiwa 40. And if I can't have kids, I'll adopt. There's so many children who
and
don't have.
And you'll have money to freeze your eggs if you want to.
But I also think your point your adoption, because why should I bring a child to and
there's so many
and
I love that.
That's nice.
That's kids. So hata mwenye wana inspire ni Caroline Mutoko. Like if she took 2 kids and raised them
by herself,
she took the sister's son when the sister passed on.
She adopted him.
So if we can't have right now, because right now I'm just thinking about my own money, not to lie. I don't want to bring a child and I have to split my money. So I'm thinking, and also him is in the same direction of not having kids right now. But if it reaches that time, I'll rather, and if I'm not able to, I'll rather adopt a child.
Nice.
Haina mbio. I've seen single women, as you as a woman by yourself, adopting kids.
So
it's you don't need a man to.
At the end of the day, it has no manual, especially the kids affair, the marriage thing. Tumelelewa kufikiria maisha inafaika hivi. Go to school, get a job, get a husband or a wife.
Get kids.
And I won't lie, the pressure is there. Especially me like this year is when I felt it, because a cousin that's so close to me like got married. It was amazing. One of my closest friend has children. So you're like, this is 30 and I'm not planning to get married anytime soon. I don't have kids, and every time when you go, because I'm like the second in my father's side, I'm the second like girl, so every time my age mates, all of them have wamefanya rurasho or gotten married and have kids. So I'm the only one. So every time you just go, unasikia kusema, aka tutakauza expensive. Like,
those lies.
Like even my mom, I told her stop asking me about children, because at that time it will come. And I know maybe my dad can't ask me, but I know he also feels
curious.
I'm sure he goes and asks your mom, kidogo, we see.
I've seen someone, there's an ex of mine who had the same problem, and I think I broke up with him because when he came in, his head, I think he had a manual of how I'm going to do this. I'm going to propose, we're getting married, So mnapiga story yako na hiyo manual ya naulizwanga home. Hiyo ndio story napigiwa home. So it's like you're grooming me to be what your family wants. So
so I think hii story ya pressure, you really have to think about it and ask yourself if you really want to, or you're just doing it to please your family members. And at the end of the day, when utarudi na bwana yako and you find and then you're like, what the hell am I doing with this man? So
I saw this chick who who reads people's these people who read people's relationship dilemma. That is good content. And this girl was saying how her husband, he chews food so badly. And the kids that they have chew food like they are father. And
now you have to deal with that for the rest of your life.
It's so bad that even when they go to family gatherings, nobody wants to sit with her family.
When they tell you, choose the man who will be your kid's father. They were not joking. Hauski maneno. Ona sasa.
For the rest of your life.
Imagine. That's insane.
Next question. Oh,
Anyway.
umesahau laini.
I'm done. I'm pretty much done.
Yeah.
Next person.
Agnes.
I saw this meme. I saw this meme where someone was saying, I want a 6 feet tall man with a beard and who says yes to everything I want.
Yeah.
Amen.
I said a very big amen.
Yes.
But where am I right now in the romantic realm? Let's say I'm exhausted. I'm tired of going to dates. I'm tired of horrible first dates. I've just had it. So I'm just at a point where I'm just like, enough is enough. See, I must. But what do I envision? I really envision, of course, 6 feet tall with a beard. Everything I want. But also, no. But I also want a very emotionally mature person. I think, have you ever seen these stories of adults doing really petty things that are so childish. Instead of just communicating and say, Apo ulinikosea. I don't want to be in those situations. And I don't want somebody to bring out that petty energy in me. Yeah, I really want mtu mwenye ako mature. You know these chicks who say when they started dating a mature person, they realized they were the childish one. I want to be in that space where this person is so mature that they'll make you what about utaona tu wenyewe hii ni ufala. You'll feel like there's this lady who does she used to do relationship content, uplifting content, and then she started introducing her fiancé and he was the boyfriend then, and she said that when she met this man, she has always felt like she has really high standards. She's emotionally mature, financially, everything, like ako very, very mature. And then when she met this guy, she was like, wait, do you have better standards than me? Like, do I have to? So I'm looking at that situation where this person is very emotionally mature to the extent that we know we can solve things out in a very... Because I really hate confrontation. And I hate situations that have to always get confrontational. So a very mature person who is also very supportive, you have to believe in my dreams. Imagine mimi mtu kubelittle dreams zangu. Mi nakuja hapa nakwambia venye I have this plan to start this artist agency, niambia wasanii wa Kenya ni mafala, hata wewe ni fala.
No.
Enda home.
I think it's really, really important to have somebody who is emotionally mature and also very supportive of your goals. And I really envision, there's a relationship I was in where we had that. I was already seeing the kids. I was already seeing, in fact, he was a twin. So I had always wanted to have twins, like a boy and a girl. And I always used to say I'd name the boy after my father, because I think my father was such an honorable man that I was raised by really loving parents. My parents loved each other. Like, I saw how beautiful love can be when you marry the right person. So I really envisioned that for myself. And nikafika kwa soko ikaniambia,
tulia that what do you think of going?
But I'm grateful for the lessons I've learned. But basically what I just want is very emotionally mature, very supportive, and someone who loves me. Because again, I've seen people who are with people who don't love them. Like una force issues, unaamka asubuhi kuforce issues, usiku bado ulikuwa una force issues. Me, I don't want to force issues. I just want, money is the only thing I'm willing to force. But relationship should just be someone who genuinely loves you, cares about your well-being, and you feel the same for them, because it has to be reciprocal. Yeah, so basically, if I can, and also a person with a good sense of humor, because I think
lazima wa match na yako.
Lazima, yeah, humor yetu lazima imatch, because
Lazima.
I would see how my dad would make my mom laugh. You know, every Saturday morning we would wake up and I'd hear my mom giggling and my dad talking. So and his stories were always exaggerated. Like if he'd tell you a childhood story and then you ask the siblings for a version, the siblings would just tuliamka tukaenda, but my dad will tell you the way the cock crowed that morning, and then they got on the matatu and they went, and it's so funny, it's so hilarious. Ameongeza chumvi, but it's so my dad used to make us laugh. So I think a person who also makes you laugh, depending on your kind of humor, is also really important, because life is hard. Mi sitaki kukuja home nipate mtu aelewi joke ninamwambia ama hana jokes zitanichekesha. You know, I think laughter and humor is very important sometimes I use it badly, like I cope with it. I gloss over things with it, but I'd really like to get someone who has that balance where we can be serious about things that need seriousness, and we can always have a good laugh every single time.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Akiupate.
Amen. Branis.
You're next.
Am I dating? Yes. Recently. Hii pili ilikuwa nini kumbe?
What future are you hoping for in love? Yeah.
Wow. Ooh. Okay. At the moment, it's not black and white. But I can say I love where I am. Because niliachwa mwaka gani? 2018 with a 9-month-old. So being on my own for the better part of the years, then, you know, being afraid of falling in love, afraid of the what ifs, afraid of staki kusumbuliwa, you know, all those things. Then the person you least expected suddenly becomes the most important thing in your life.
It's always those ones.
Apparently, yeah. Because this is someone I've seen, because he became a new friend in the circle, you know, being with him for a whole year in the circle, then all of a sudden you realize, you matter. So I think I like where I am, because as Agnes describes, this is the mature kind. There's a person who expresses himself. There's a person who says what he's feeling, who just tells you things the way they are. I like you. I love you. I'm here to stay. I'm not going to fumble this. I don't want to fumble this. I don't want to mess it up. And we are living in the moment. We are not thinking about, kikwama, because mi ndio niko na hiyo ushenzi ya, unajua bayaga tutakuwa umeniacha, you know. Those lines, I'm throwing in those lines. He looks at you, smiles, this like mambo yako ni rahisi. Goes away, does his thing, comes back. You know, it's so easy. I'm like, what was I doing hapa nyuma? Why wasn't I getting that this is happening? It seems so untrue. You sleep, you wake up, you're like, uko. I'm supposed to love you. I'm supposed to be with you. I'm supposed to take care of you. Because initially, ulikuanga na zile moments zenye unajambia, why am I supposed to take care of a man? So you delay. But he's given me that. He's made it easy. You'd want to take care of him because he takes care of you.
Yeah, you're reciprocal.
I'm not struggling. I'm not feeling like huyu atanichoka aende. You know, those notions are, this is how Nairobi love life looks like.
Hey,
it's not, surprisingly for now, it's not there. For me at the moment. I'm speaking for the moment. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not struggling. I'm not pushing myself a lot and hoping for better, that is more money in the same house for both of us, because yes, he's in business, mimi niko corporate, so trying to balance both circles. So having that, and I'm choosing to enjoy every moment of it, because I realize it's healed some bits of me that I was struggling with and I'm still struggling with. That's why anakwambia there are times unamtupia neno he's like bro sifanyi hizo vitu na wewe. I'm not doing that. You figure out your thing. Come find me. Figure out your shit. I'll be back. Because I'm not going to do that thing of tunagombana. It's either we talk, we move. I promise you, it's the least. It's the least of.
See what? Okay.
I shall pray. I shall pray.
When a man is like that, it's such a.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I appreciate where I am at the moment, but yeah, the thing because the fear of now I have a child, I have to introduce him. You know that thing. The balance is there, but as to where I am happy.
And we are happy for
Hey,
you.
Amen. You stay there and not come back to this Nairobi.
I am hoping to stay there.
Amen.
Yeah. Remember, ni Olive.
When unamalizia hii.
Yes.
Showstopper.
Anatuandikia Bible.
Huku kwa mapenzi huwa sina mengi. Very short. I'm not in a relationship. I haven't been in a very long time. I do not picture it per se, but my ideal relationship, if it ever happens to me, I said I made peace. You know, there's this whatever where I don't know where it came from. I don't know whether it's a saying, but love doesn't happen to all of us.
True.
So I made peace that I might be one of the people who love will never happen to. And I'm a very happy person by myself. So if someone comes into my life, imagine how happy. Imagine like
Double
happiness
happy.
times 2.
Double
Not that joke for if one boyfriend
Double
makes you happy, imagine having two.
Yes, that is my logic. They'll just come on as addition. It will be any value add. Value add to me.
Yeah.
And my ideal relationship in the future, if it ever happens, is someone who's very okay with the lifestyle I've chosen as well. They won't have kids. I won't have kids. We'll live in separate houses or a house that has 2 wings. I'm still not sharing space. And we still will be individual people. We only come together for our love and our companionship.
Yeah.
But can we keep ourselves as
Kila mtu
independent? But I also najua ni long shot because bado hata sijaisikia a man who shares that same dream as me. But
Kama huko there's a male version.
Amen.
most
Lazima iko.
probably, right? If it happens, it happens.
Bridgerton.
Yes.
Season 1.
There was such an instance.
Nilipata TikTok. Oh, I missed what you said. So,
She's saying Bridgerton. In Bridgerton, there's a character called.
They lived in separate.
oh, really?
they
I
had
only
to
watched
get-
the first few episodes.
In
Yeah, 'cause
The
Season
Bridgerton.
series.
Come on, season
Season
2.
1 amelikuwa season 2. I think the one for the queen.
The nini.
Yes, 'cause
mama na nini, the
The
queen.
king, I think, was crazy or something.
Hiyo ni ile ya queen.
Yes.
Asikwe crazy. But we just live in separate houses. Yeah, mine is short. I don't have anything much when it comes to romance.
Oh, okay. Esther?
May it come to pass. May you find such love.
Upate ile unataka, my God.
Exact.
Am I dating? I don't know. It's complicated.
Facebook will introduce it's complicated tukacheka. Look at your life.
If you asked me this question at the beginning of the year, I would have said yes and very much in love. I've come to learn that life can change. Life's happenings can change a lot in a relationship. What do I hope for in love in the future? Again, if you would have asked me this question in January, I would have said that particular man, because up to now he checks all the boxes. He's such an amazing man. But anyway, yes.
Paka umekuwa dreamy. Umerealize ameenda kidogo.
Kidogo amezona.
Ameenda.
Aki love.
Mapenzi natufanya
Aki love
wanyama.
wewe.